Hey, what's up people? This is Where 1974, and it's basically the continuation in the snow. So what we're going to do now is basically we're going to the cave and defeat a little boss and basically save the people of the 3-people town village, I guess. So these are the ice leeches or snow leeches or ice snakes or whatever they call it. So what I did between this video and the part 4 is I again level up my characters and give them some good equipment and also make sure they get their stats up so they can survive the encounters. Now these little guys here, they can take a licking on my characters. Luckily they don't take too much. So this little maze in here is actually a little longer than the maze that was in before, but it's not overly complicated. It's also one of the mazes that actually the chests give you quite a bit of money for all the upgrades. So basically I got all the chests before I recorded this video, and that way I can upgrade my party members accordingly. And I try to basically get everybody to do something against the enemies. That way there's a chance that their stats will increase afterwards, and Snowster, my priest, just did. And if you know already, if you go behind them, there's a good chance you can get some good whacks. And for some reason my priest, or the elf priestess, whatever the heck her title is, seems to be missing a lot. But her equipment is basically pretty much the same as MIDI, but I'd rather MIDI survive a little bit more. At least her attacks doesn't miss as often. And these are the ice trolls there, they're not that bad to hit. I don't think they'll take that too much off. There are some occasions that the enemies do drop items. This time around, these enemies don't really usually drop anything important. But they do drop the gold, and gold is always nice. And when I heal my party members, I'll make sure when I do it, hopefully there's a good chance that their MP will increase. And this time around they don't, so that's... I'm a little sad, a little bummed, but eh. Yeah, it's chest there. I think it was just gold, nothing particularly important. The equipment in this cave, I think I mentioned before, there is another cursed item. I think it's the evil club. I can't be too sure about that, but again, nothing really important to say about the items in this cave here. But it's a good place to get gold, and also a good place to get your stats up. Very important, get your stats up. And hopefully no one dies this time around. I'll cross my fingers for it. I was hoping to avoid them. We're also getting to the halfway mark in this game here, which is good. I gotta admit, this game is getting to be rather exciting, but it's too bad there's no conversations between your party members that often, or any of that matter. That's too bad, because I really enjoy the game a bit more. Well, normally I would avoid these guys, but again, gold situation, can't have too much of it, at least at this point junction. You're gonna have to try to get all the Mirthral items for your fighter, that way you'll survive more. And you can see there, I just cast my highest magic spell, well, at least fire anyway. Bad news is that it costs quite a bit of MP, but luckily I found a curing circle. So basically you can stay here and farm the enemies, the gold and items and that. And it's a good place, but there are other places that are coming up soon that are just as good. Now these enemies here, they're the ghosts, and this is probably your first real enemy that casts spells. And they're pretty weak on melee. But they do cast 2 spells, and their major spell is casting Quake. We call it Quake. But it does hurt. But you can pretty much get the ghost down before she can cast it. Now you're probably thinking, why am I letting the priest melee a lot? Well, for starters, I want to get her stats up, especially her hit points. Just basically protect yourself against the enemies in the foreseeable future. I don't really much care about my mage. Well, if I do, but having him melee is pretty much allow him to jump off a cliff. It's very dangerous, because usually those guys can take him in one shot because there's no really good equipment at this point that the mage can survive. He can equip the Mirthral items, but I'd rather give them to my priest or to my second fighter. And there we go. They drop battle axes, which I think is worth 1,000 if you sell it. And there's the blue guys, not that hard. And here comes the boss. And as mentioned before, hopefully I will survive this battle. And my primaries look bewildered. Now I gotta fight these creatures. This could be a long battle. I don't want to waste too much of my magic. I just noticed too they're taking quite a bit off of my fighter there. So it's probably before you go battling these guys that your main fighter has the best equipment, or at least very close to it. And there's a big chunk of the priest there. I think all they do is melee. Okay, that could be a big mistake. And here there's the top guy trying to go after my mage. Giant. I think Meaty might be okay by herself. That's probably a mistake on my part. I probably should have gotten the third guy down quickly. And while the other giant is mailing on my priest, all she can do is basically cure herself. That could be a good and bad thing, but I can't be able to cure anybody. Except myself. Will I be able to survive this battle? How the heck? All the damage that giant done to my priest, and all he take off was 18? Oh, cripes. Oh well, there goes my... Hopefully I was hoping to get somebody to survive, but... yeah. I'll res her. I should be thrilled when I res her. And we completed a quest, and we saved the village. They shouldn't be monsters anymore, but I probably should get my priest up. What we're gonna have to do next is that I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking. Be going back and forth between people, so I'll be able to get to the next scene and rescue the next spirit. But the next part is also the difficulty jumps, and it's very important that you're well equipped. Again, free reses, that's always welcomed if you have to charge your health for those, especially my characters. There should be at least decent levels now. And that's another thing too, why in God's name I never used the recover spell, because that's a higher form of heal. But it does cost a lot of magic points too, but I think the priest would survive that beating if I used it. I think you're king. I know, we're the best around. And we're not gonna be left out. Expert, I don't know. So we're gonna have to find some way to get overseas. Yes. Anyway, so I could be the next king with my green hair and my dashing good looks. Always important to save when you go to the next scene, because you never know. Well, in any case, thanks for the heals, Mom. We're off to save the world. And as you can see, the village is all happy. All oakley dokley. Let's talk to the third person there. Well, no, that's sad. What if I put a girl in the front of them? Would she say anything differently? That's not important. I got what I need. I got the leather. Now I need the lumber. And what do I need those things for? The leather and the lumber. Like a tent? Nope. Now all the things going on, that guy has absolutely keeps saying the same thing. Get a life, pal. At least somebody's waiting for me. We're actually gonna make some wings. We're going to fly. But we're not gonna make a ship, we're gonna make some hang gliders. Yes, we're actually going to fly 1,000 miles to the next objective. And it's a very fun scene indeed. But I need some attitude to do it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I think it was Argo Village. Yeah, it is Argo Village. You go to the right and watch a very nice scene. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. Bet you've never seen that in a video game. 4 of your comrades hand gliding for many, many miles. It's also worth knowing too that this scene here actually has quite a bit of cash, like the ice cave. There are a lot of chests giving you a lot of gold and a lot of items, not very important items, with the other caves. My mage got some attack power up. What if we'll be able to do this scene with the fish in right now? Look at that. Gold. And these scorpions don't take too much off. And it drops quite a bit of gold. Alright, this scene here is actually where you get cures, and this is actually a pretty good scene to farm. But there are other good locations to farm. Quite honestly, I forgot what type of equipment I got equipped with my characters. I think my main guy has the mithril sword, but I can't recall. I'm not quite sure what these creatures are supposed to be. Supposed to be dung beetles or something? With big mouths? In this part, you have to be very careful because the enemies here can pretty much kill you very quickly. Which I'm probably going to hang out here for a little while, not outside, but if you go left the screen and then up and through some stairs, you go through some ruins, and that's where all the enemies are. And it's also a very big maze. But it's a very important maze that you check every little corner because there's some secrets. And those greetings are skeletons. The ones outside aren't bad, but it's the ones inside that can carve my party up in two. Oh, he just went after me. Okay, this could be a little trouble here. 3 skeletons. Oh, okay, this shouldn't be too bad. They're not taking as much hit points from my party as I thought they would be. Chest. Gold. As I mentioned before, you're getting a lot of gold in this particular section of the world. So get as much gold as you can for your necessary upgrades on your companions. And here we go. He's guarding a chest. What could be inside it? As I mentioned before, I said this is a hard ruins. It will be because those, as you can see, nobody else can really attack except my mage and my fighter. Miracle sword. Very handy. As you can see, I got quite a bit of mirthful stuff on me. And now my meaty can equip it. There's no really sense of equipping the fire now. As the metal sword has a very high attack power, as well as attack points. And there's the Evil Club I was talking about before. I got some thunder gloves. All for defense points. So I'm going ahead a little here. Normally I go back and see what equipment is available, but we can get a little far here. The enemies inside here, there's actually quite a few of them. The skeletons, they're pretty much raw power. There's this pink slimes or purple slimes, there's quite a few of them. I believe they drop elixirs, which pretty much heal up your entire hit points. I think that's what they thought drop. Can't recall. The other enemies here, there's these mages, which they're a pain in the ass because they cast spells, and not only that, they can cast area effect spells. And I believe they cast Firestorm. And there's one more enemy here, is some kind of rock giants or golems. They have quite a bit of hit points, and they do take quite a bit off. I've got to get my mage hit points up. Not hit points, matching points. It is best that you search probably every section here of the maze, because you definitely need all the money, you need all the stat increases, and you need the equipment. And there's quite a bit of equipment for your fighter too, especially against the boss here. And Christ, I lost my mage. I'm not disheartened I lost, I'm just that they thought I would lose this quick. Luckily, from my title that I just got, I have Revive won't work. Resurrect. I think Revive is healing people when they're in combat. It costs quite a bit of magic points, so I'll probably use that sparingly. Or where I'm very deep in the ruins. Oh yeah, it just keeps getting better and better for me. I lost 2 of my party members while going through a wild goose chase. And will I lose my mage yet again? Well, 976 off my mage. Yeah, he pretty much bit the big one there. Now I just have to get my fighter rail there. Oh, no, no, I'm gonna go further in there. When I'm out here and get my party members up again, I'm going to have to pause the video and get some necessary equipment. See if I'm able to get farther here. Two of them. Will I survive 2? We will never know. Dun 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 dun. There we go. Alright, so I got my primers up, so what I'm going to do now, as I mentioned before, I'm going to pause, I'm going to stop the video, get some necessary upgrades, and we'll come back, we'll explore the ruins, and see, we'll take care of the leech. Until then, I'll see you later.